Okay, now the final step. We're going to do the final outline. So I'm going to select this layer and I'm going to lower the opacity. And now under the Ashley layer, I'm going to create different layers under it. I'm going to have hair as one layer and head as a different layer. And I'm going to put the head under the hair layer. Say top, arms and legs, and skirt. And actually I think socks and shoes is going to be another layer too. Now I'm going to just rearrange these in the right order. So if we go from top to bottom, it would be the hair, then the head. So, alright, hair, head, skirt, top, socks and shoes, arms and legs. Okay, so I'm going to start on the bottom layer first, arms and legs. Now this is when we start drawing in closed paths. So I'm still going to use the pencil tool. I'm going to draw everything freestyle, and then I'm going to close the paths. But if you'll see, I can imagine where I want the closed region to be. So here I'm going to draw that way. But I want to make sure that I change this color to black. Oop. So now I'm going to trace over all of this. I'm going to just be doing the outline. I'm going to go inward more. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to lock this layer. So I want to close up, I want to join those paths, join these paths. Let's see if any of this is split. Nope. And now I can draw these other paths. And I call these the interior stickouts. Now the reason I'm going past this line here is because this part of her sleeve is going to be part of the top layer, her t-shirt. Okay, and remember the eraser tool? Because I kind of messed up. Now, this is the first time I'm using the eraser tool. And just to test that everything is closed, this is why we do this. Alright, yep, everything's closed. And what about this? Yep. Alright, to the next layer, which is socks and shoes. Now for this, I'm gonna change the color. I'm gonna change it to this gray. Oh wow! If I hold the mouse wheel, I can zoom in. Did not know that. Gonna hide that other layer, so when I select these paths, the other one does not get selected by mistake. And you'll see that it's starting to get confusing, so I think I'm going to add color now. So I'm going to select her V-neck shirt, and now I'm going to check off fill. We'll select it, and I'm going to click on that object. I'm going to select these objects, and I'm going to just use a regular white for those. Select these two objects, and gray is always the default when you check off fill. Take the eyedropper. Now this, I'll just do it faster. Whoa, never mind. I forgot that this is an image file, so if I click that, that happens. Now I gotta do it this way. I'm going to give this a save. But we're not done yet. Now we're going to do shading and then the dots. So let's see, which direction do I want the shading to be? I think it's going to be on her front side. So I'm going to do each layer separately. For the hair layer, I'm going to take the pen tool. Alright. I'm going to select these two objects into the hair layer. Now I am not going to select all of these objects, I'm only going to select these three objects. But first, I'm going to bring these behind the hair layer and select all of these. I'll go to Modify, Make Clipping Mask. Stroke, Fill. Now with these two paths, I'm going to change the opacity to 25. And I'm going to just do the same for each object. But while there is a clipping mask, I think another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a white line. Whoa, not that. So I'm going to just do something like that, a little ring. Increase the stroke size. Bring the stroke in the clipping mask and change it to white. Okay, now we have the shading. Now I'm going to just do the dots on our skirt. But first I'm going to open a new document to make those dots. So File, New. And I'm going to change the file size later on. So I'm going to just make circles and hold Shift to constrain. So you remove the stroke. And I'm going to hold Option for Mac or Alt for Windows. And this way I make duplicates. Now I'm going to take the Sheet tool. Let's go down here. I'm going to have these more apart. And just kind of like scatter them a little so it looks like it's a randomized pattern. Okay, now let's do this. File, Export. And yes, I'm gonna rename it. Going back into the Ashley layer, the Ashley document, I'm gonna go into the skirt layer, and I'm gonna create a box, like over her skirt. In the clipping mask, bottom layer, choose image, and this time we're updating it to that one. Fill tile. Now I mentioned how we can't have an outline, but we do have a width tool, so if I select this layer, I'm going to take the width tool and do something like this, but not as thick. And here we have it, Ashley Awesome. I hope these video tutorials were helpful for you, and I hope this gets you in the mood to give Amadine a shot. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Be sure to check out these other videos as well, and have a good day. Thank you for watching.